Well, Chrysler is racing to beat the clock. The automaker clears a key hurdle in reaching deals with the UAW and the CAW. But is it enough? Congressman Gary Peters joins us live on the phone. Good morning, Congressman.
Well, good morning.
All right, so, the deal has been reached. It's, an agreement that everybody's kind of holding their collective breath, hoping it is enough to seal the deal. What do you think?
Well, it was certainly a very significant step to have this agreement done with the UAW. This certainly makes it easier for the Fiat deal to move forward. So the real key now to Chrysler in these remaining days is the creditors. We've got creditors that need to come to the table, put a fair offer on there to renegotiate their debt. The offer they made Friday is still quite a ways from where they need to be to continue to be viable. And my understanding is the Treasury will be putting forward a counter-proposal to those creditors sometime this morning.
So do you think they can get this done by the time Thursday rolls around? I mean, the finish line is very close in sight.
It is. It's very close. There's still a lot that has to be done, although certainly this UAW agreement is very, very significant in the whole equation, and so I'm certainly very pleased with that. But again, it's going to be these creditors. We've got hedge funds and others that right now want to get more money than what the debt is actually worth in the marketplace, so it is very incumbent on folks to put some real pressure on these creditors to understand that if Chrysler is forced into bankruptcy, they may not do very well in that bankruptcy. It's in their interest to negotiate and take a fair deal. The debt's currently selling for about 20 cents on the dollar. They're asking for well over 50 cents plus a substantial equity stake in the company. That's simply not reasonable. So the fate is in their hands. Plus, it is also essential that we do things to work to sell cars. And what we're doing in Congress is working on bills such as cash for clunkers and tax credits to help move some product off the showroom floors. But in the short run, we've got to get these creditors to the table, and they've got to do it very quickly.
Right. And also, just want to mention quickly, winning ratification, with the cost-cutting deal with the CAW, is that very significant as well?
It is definitely very significant. Those show the workers of Chrysler certainly stepped up to the plate, have done what is necessary, and have taken some sacrifice. But now there needs to be shared sacrifice with the creditors on Wall Street, who up to this point have not been very willing to do that. So we're hoping that they understand that tens of thousands of families are hanging in the balance here. Hundreds of thousands of people are going to be relying on what happens in these next few days. These Wall Street bankers, many of them who've received substantial taxpayer money from the bailouts, whether it was TARP money or AIG counterparty payments, these are the very banks that have received this taxpayer money, and they've got to understand that investment was not about them, but about saving jobs and about helping the American economy, and now's the time for them to come to the table and show that they're willing to be part of the solution.
Right, and of course GM on the verge of making history with its restructuring plans. They're going to be making an announcement at 9 o'clock this morning about just that, and we are hoping to hear your comments regarding that coming up later on this morning. Gary Peters, thank you so much, Congressman, for joining us this morning.
My pleasure.
All right, and we will be right back.